Anna had always believed that love meant standing beside someone through every joy and every hardship. When SHE discovered SHE was pregnant, SHE felt certain that life was finally giving her everything SHE had dreamed of. Her fiancé, Daniel, hugged her tightly when SHE shared the news, promising that they would build a happy family together. Their wedding was only a few weeks away, and friends and relatives admired them as the perfect couple. Wedding invitations had been sent, flowers were ordered, and the teeny nursery was already beginning to take shape. Yet, as the days passed, Anna noticed small changes in Daniel. He started coming home late from work, often claiming he had important meetings. His phone never left his hand, and he quickly locked the screen whenever SHE entered the room. The warm conversations they once shared were replaced by short answers and forced smiles. Anna tried to convince herself that he was simply stressed because of the upcoming wedding and the responsibility of becoming a father. One rainy evening, Daniel left his phone on the kitchen table while taking a shower. It buzzed repeatedly with messages from someone named Sophia. Anna hesitated, knowing SHE should respect his privacy, but a strange feeling in her heart pushed her to look. Her hands trembled as SHE read affectionate messages filled with promises of a future together. There were photos, plans for secret meetings, and words that shattered everything SHE believed. When Daniel came out of the bathroom, he found Anna standing silently with tears streaming down her face, his phone in her shaking hands. At first, he tried to deny everything, but the evidence was undeniable. Finally, he admitted he had been seeing Sophia for months. Even worse, he confessed he no longer knew if he wanted to marry Anna. Crushed by betrayal, Anna quietly packed a suitcase. Carrying the life growing inside her, SHE walked out into the cold night, determined to protect her unborn child, even if it meant facing the future completely alone. After leaving Daniel, Anna moved to a quiet town where her elderly aunt, Elena, welcomed her with open arms. The small house was modest but filled with warmth, something Anna had not felt in weeks. Although her heart was still broken, SHE focused on preparing for the arrival of her baby. SHE found a part-time job at a local bookstore, where the peaceful atmosphere and friendly customers slowly helped her regain her confidence. During one of her prenatal checkups, Anna met Dr. Michael Carter, a kind and patient physician. Unlike others who pitied her, Michael simply listened. He never asked uncomfortable questions or judged her for raising a child alone. Instead, he encouraged her to believe in her own strength. Over time, their appointments turned into friendly conversations about books, dreams, and the future. Michael admired Anna's courage, while SHE found comfort in his calm and sincere nature. Meanwhile, Daniel's life was falling apart. His relationship with Sophia was nothing like he had imagined. SHE cared more about expensive gifts, promotions, and social status than about him. Their constant arguments made Daniel realize that he had thrown away the woman who had truly loved him. When Sophia left him for another successful businessman, Daniel was left alone with overwhelming regret. Unable to forget Anna, Daniel searched for her until he finally learned where SHE had gone. Hoping to repair the damage, he drove to the quiet town and stood outside her aunt's home. Through the window, he saw Anna smiling for the first time in months as SHE talked with Michael in the garden. The sight filled Daniel with both relief and pain. Anna looked happier than SHE had in a long time, and he realized that while he had been chasing excitement, SHE had been rebuilding her life with dignity and courage. For the first time, Daniel understood that earning forgiveness would require far more than saying, "I'm sorry." Anna's due date arrived on a crisp autumn morning. As labor began unexpectedly, her aunt Elena called Dr. Michael, who rushed to the hospital to make sure everything was ready. After hours of pain and determination, Anna gave birth to a healthy baby. The moment SHE held her child in her arms, every fear and heartbreak seemed to fade. SH knew that no matter what had happened in the past, her greatest responsibility, and greatest joy, was now resting against her chest. News of the birth quickly reached Daniel. Filled with guilt and hope, he came to the hospital carrying a small bouquet of white flowers. He waited quietly outside Anna's room until SH agreed to see him. With tears in his eyes, Daniel admitted that his betrayal had destroyed the family they had planned together. He accepted full responsibility for his choice and asked only for the chance to be part of his child's life. He no longer expected Anna to take him back, but he hoped SH called one day forgive him. Anna listened without anger. The months apart had changed her. SH realized that holding on to bitterness would only burden her and her child. Calmly, SH told Daniel that SH forgave him, not because SH had forgotten the pain, but because SH wanted to move forward. However, SH also made it clear that trust, once broken so deeply, could not be restored. Their romantic relationship was over. Daniel accepted her decision with sadness but also with respect. He promised to become a dependable father and to support his child in every possible way. In the weeks that followed, Michael remained by Anna's side, helping her adjust to motherhood with patience and kindness. Their friendship naturally blossomed into love, built not on promises but on honesty, respect, and unwavering support. As Anna looked toward the future, SH realized that although betrayal had changed the course of her life, it had also led her to a stronger version of herself and to a love that was genuine, steady, and worthy of her trust.